evening, everyone. I apologize if this monologue is a little slow. Still a little winded from that first sketch. But I'm really excited to be having you guys tonight for Bumblefly Hive. I was actually going to come here and say that I was the first autistic person to host the show, but I'm looking in the wings right now, and I'm probably number 4 or 5. But what I am is I'm the last member from the founding year of JNL to be hosting the show, which feels like the end of an era. But I'm particularly excited to be passing the torch to my own flesh and blood as my sister Gwen has joined the cast.
Aww.
So now, I think I've been a good brother since she's come to Tufts. She's been crashing on my couch a little bit, and I even made her some muffins. But I'm absolutely atoning for the past. So I'm going to tell a true story of my experience as an older brother, in which I extorted my younger brother for a year. So I was really into withholding information that benefited me as a child. One of these things was how to unclog a toilet, which is a really basic skill. But one day it happened, and I was so fed up with doing it that I just refused to completely do it. And my younger brother, who is very high anxiety, especially when it comes to power, he comes to me pleading for me to do it. So I decided to seize this opportunity and create a new currency. It was called favors. And I extorted him for 100 favors. Now, at the time, we had a puppy that had to be let out every hour and watched the whole time. I don't think I saw that dog during its infancy. Now, I do think I was a really benevolent older brother, as I forgave him for the rest of the favors around number 84. So, you know, I do think I have a lot to atone for as an older brother, but I think I'm making up for it. And one of these ways is that I think I work probably the most morally correct job of all time. So I work as an EMT, and you know, I think that's pretty morally correct. However, it's also one of the only jobs where you can just sleep for 16 hours and also just mess around for the entire time, and nobody gives you anything. So I'm going to tell a story about a few weeks back when I was working a late night shift. It was around like 12:30, 1 a.m., and I got moved onto a truck that goes to colleges for details and stuff. So usually that just entails picking up drunk kids on Saturday nights, right? So we get called over to BU on this night. We're in this football players' dorm. There's 4 of them. I would say the average weight between them was probably like 250, 275 pounds. 3 of them completely continent. You have a lot of fun. One guy on the floor, passed out, like he had a heartbeat and he was breathing, but not much else was happening. So the BU EMT, like most college EMTs, was largely incompetent and said that you can only really get him up with a sternum rub, which is about the most painful stimuli you can give. So I decided to test this, and I pinch him on his trap as hard as I can. No response. However, the second I go for his chest to do the sternum rub to get him up, this guy comes up swinging. And I'm talking 250 pounds of football player against little old me. Thankfully, there's 2 cops on the scene, and as an EMT, you don't get to do anything when somebody starts getting violent. I stand back, and I'm emotionally supported. I'm good. Get that guy. Put him in that gun. So I think it's a great time to, you know, lift the spirits of the house who's really worried. So I walk over to the doorway to the common room. I peep an eye out. I see all his worried roommates think he's going to get in so much trouble. The cops are here. The BU knows about it. So I decide to peek my head up, hit one of these, get a load of this guy. Now, they thought that was hilarious. That raised the spirits of the room amazingly. It did not go over well with them, because this guy's in handcuffs at this point, and I think if he wasn't, then I would not be here today. So it made for a really awkward ride over, and I was really thankful that I was not the one in the stretcher after that comment. But I do think I'm a good provider about 90% of the time. You know, it's that 10% that's really fun, and I think that I am slowly working back my guilt as an older brother. Of which there's a lot, because me and Gwen were raised Jehovah's Witnesses, right? So a lot of you guys have Catholic guilt, but you guys have nothing on us, because we both have to feel guilty for our sins, and we have to be guilty for being so annoying knocking on people's doors. So I think I'm really atoning for that one ambulance ride at a time. But I still haven't taught anyone how to unclog a toilet. I got to keep that market strong. So I'm really excited for the show we have for you guys tonight. I'm really excited for our musical guest cutting corners. And I would just like to ask you all to do me a favor and stay seated and enjoy the show.